Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me on another video. Today's video is entitled Treasuring Friendships. Friendships are very special. They're very intangible gifts that we are given in life. There's a saying that I've heard that if you can count just one or just two or three friends who are with you in your life, who are genuine and very true, that's a big deal. And you can count yourself to be very rich, very healthy, happy, wealthy. Friendships do need to be healthy, and they do need to be balanced and to be in harmony. And part of the balance does show up when needed, when friends have disagreements and arguments. It's very natural. Any relationship, actually. Having a fight in a friendship is sometimes necessary for this balance to be restored or to be shifted. And so this is the topic of today's video that I'd like to share with you today. And I begin with this question. After you have had an argument with a friend, and after some time of cooling off and keeping a distance, do you find it hard to make the first move to reach out and to reestablish contact with this friend and the friendship so the two of you can move on? Are you able to initiate conversation, to approach the friend and just talk and exchange, to hear their friend out, to sort things out, to express your feelings and be heard, keeping it mutual, and give the friendship a chance? Or do you feel that you don't even want to do that? Okay. If your friend makes the first move to reestablish contact, do you resist and refuse to give things a chance? Do you feel like you want to end the friendship because you feel that he or she is not worth it? Is there now a part of you that thinks that you should now not give in so easily because you've been wronged, you've been treated unfairly, and you're hurt? And you even think, you start harboring thoughts that you should make your friend work hard to get the friendship going again this time because he or she has gone too far. And do you actually put down a condition in your mind that your friend needs to be the one to apologize? Your friend needs to be the one to work hard to apologize because you're not the one at fault. And then when they do go ahead and apologize, you actually say to them that you don't feel the apology was very sincere. Now, if some of these resonate with you, that's great. But if this resonates with someone you know, let's do a little bit of a sorting out and soul searching. If you, and I don't mean you, but if you feel that you can't let go of the hurt, you can't get over what your partner has said and done because they were very hurtful words, you feel this hurt so deeply that you have decided that it's not going to be easy to forgive, or you may not forgive, you can't promise, then we can make this particular conclusion. Your belief at that moment is that your friend is entirely 100% to blame. Your friend, in your belief, is 100% entirely to blame. And this feels very real, very authentic. It truly believes, you truly believe that the other person is the cause of this problem. The injustice, the hurt, the lack of consideration, the lack of respect. In fact, it couldn't be me, you say, because what was said was the other person's fault, and they confronted, and they made me feel small. And you are convinced that it's very black and white, they and not you. You feel a genuine hurt, and you have at last found that the other person is the one who caused it. And deep down, even though it may not be said, you are thinking that you're going to give them exactly what they deserve, which is punishment. When you're convinced that your partner is entirely to blame in a misunderstanding or a conflict or an argument, then what happens is you are unable to see that your hurt has been recycled. When you're convinced that your partner is to blame, your friend is to be blamed, then you're unable to see that your hurt could possibly be recycled. And your partner is not the source of this hurt. The argument that you have with your friend is merely a trigger that brings it out. The feelings of hurt that you feel so genuinely, which is very true and very authentic, they don't come from that argument or from that friend. They come from further back in time. Hence, the statement that I made that your hurt is recycled. This understanding in your mind is not happening on a conscious level. It doesn't mean that you're unconscious. It just means that it's not appearing on a conscious level. It's very subconscious. What you're doing is subconsciously playing out an old wound from the past. And this happens, the subconscious mind is trying to alert you to this. With a situation like this, you unconsciously create a situation using blame and discord, which is the opposite of a harmonious relationship. From the outsider's point of view, from a third party, you ask somebody to come in, you share with them that, I had an argument with my friend. It will be conveniently seen as drama. Oh, drama. Stop creating drama. But however, on the inside, it is completely different. What is happening is it has to do with something called projecting. Blaming your friend keeps you from discovering the part that is playing in the interaction, the argument. When you wholeheartedly believe that your problem is caused by one person or one source or one reason, it actually comes from projecting. Projecting happens when we blame others for old hurts we experienced before and still carry with us. So we are carrying this hurt from a previous event before the argument. And what we do is we blame this on the actual person in the argument. We don't do this consciously. It's just that conflict, arguments, disagreements trigger these unresolved hurts from our past. And these unresolved hurts may be wounds from childhood, disappointments from past relationships, events, things that really hurt us. Now, how do you know that you're projecting? Well, briefly speaking, when you're projecting, in your mind you have an outlook and a belief. You're 100% convinced that you're 100% right, and you're 100% convinced that your friend is the problem. You are 100% convinced that you are the only one who's being wronged, and you are the one that you're 100% convinced that they owe you the apology, and you're not moving until you get that apology. If a minor argument with your friend leaves you feeling deeply hurt, so the intensity of the argument was not about a very big topic, but your feelings are extremely hurt. You experience it in your body. You can actually feel it in your chest. You feel a sense of despair. You feel let down. Consider the possibility that this is actually linked to something from the past, before that argument. Maybe it was a traumatic event, a parent let you down, a friend let you down. Could be a situation from your school days, a lot of it from childhood. This feeling that you have in your emotions is the body reminding you on a physiological level. In fact, projection is the one component that we are not aware of. And once we become aware of it, we can see how everything fits together. It's important because projection keeps you stuck in relationships and depletes friendships and relationships as well, but it depletes the quality of the friendship and the connections in a friendship. In fact, I'm going to go further and say that projection is probably the number one component that is capable of destroying a perfectly healthy friendship between two perfectly healthy people with good intentions. Now, I'm not talking about unhealthy friendships. I'm not talking about friendships where someone who's got really bad intentions and they're abusive. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about perfectly healthy individuals with friendship. And that friendship can be destroyed by this one component of projection. In fact, I would go so far as to say that even though a person possesses many outward qualities, attractive qualities, they may be good looking, attractive, healthy, well educated, talented, successful, be able to do so many things, have done many achievements, be a good parent, do good work, help the less fortunate, want to make the world a better place, someone who is always seen in a very good light in public. The thing is, on a personal level or on an inside level, if they've not recognized that they have past hurts, and these past hurts keep on being triggered in confrontations and exchanges with people in a friendship, then they may end up losing their very good friends, and they may end up not having good quality friends at all. Projection keeps us in an unconscious unknowing and prevents us from resolving the real source of the pain. It could be the childhood, it could be the hurt from the past that they are just carrying with them. And so with every confrontation, with every argument that you have with a friend or another person, you are recycling the same negative thinking patterns again. And it makes it difficult to move on from fights and authentically connect with people that you love and that you want in your life, especially those real friends. Now you must be wondering, how do I do anything about this? Well, the first step to actually starting is to learn more about projection, to cultivate a sense of awareness and discernment, to be able to absolutely identify when it is you are projecting in a friendship. So it's going to be triggered. You're going to have these moments where you have to speak up. It could become a disagreement. It could be an argument, and you start getting hurt. That's where you stop and do a little self-reflecting. No judgment, I stress. But you do a little self-reflecting, as in, I think I was projecting. So where does this feeling of hurt come from? Did the friend cause it? Probably not. It will lead you to begin a personal process where you begin to understand your own inner wounds. This is all about inner wounds and where they have come from. And then slowly get the help you need, whether it is to read books, to learn more about the subject, get some mentoring, get some help, get some, knowledge, and start to practice. And as you slowly begin to recognize and heal where it is those inner wounds come from and where they lie waiting to be healed, then your outer world will reflect this also in the friendships. Both strategies of being very hard on yourself, or projecting your pain on yourself, or projecting your pain on another person, they aren't very healthy. They aren't very healthy. And ultimately, you're just as important as the other person. So don't project your pain on them, but don't project your pain on yourself. But this is the one component that's going to lead you to an awareness of healing yourself and that which needs to be healed from the past that's still waiting. And your body waits ever so patiently for you. I hope that some of what I've said has made sense, starts to explain a few things, and I thank you for watching. May this start a process, if required, for you to discover more about knowing yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Till the next video, Happy New Year 2018. Blessings.